Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
After this video showing a confrontation between a white woman and a black woman and her kids went viral, the reaction was immediate.
We've gotten death threats. People are showing up at our house. We're just not safe.
Tonight, the woman holding that gun and her husband want you to hear what they say happened.
But first, we begin with storms moving through Metro Detroit with a lot of lightning.
Yeah, just look at that. Some of our cameras caught those images earlier tonight, and those storms popping right before 10 o'clock tonight. Let's get to Ben. What are you seeing on the storm tracker, Ben?
Well, Jason and Karen, those storms did get strong. We had a severe thunderstorm warning out for parts of Livingston, Washtenaw County. That did get canceled early, but you can tell that those storms still fairly robust as they continue into western Oakland County. And yes, there is still quite a bit of lightning with that storm. There's the box of the warning that got canceled. You can see still some downpours sitting there on the Livingston-Oakland County line. But when we look at our wind detector here on Storm Tracker 4, watch specifically in the last 15 minutes here from about the east side of the Proving Grounds to Cooley Lake and Milford Road, and then maybe up through 59, some indications that there may still be some very strong winds, maybe enough to bring down some trees and power lines within that storm, so be very careful of that. Otherwise, the next story is the heat, and the heat advisory does expire at midnight tonight, but as we get into tomorrow, we're going to start out at our warmest mark of the year, 74 degrees. That'll be our warmest low for 2020, on our way to 91, but the storms are going to be right on the heels of that 90-degree high. We'll talk timing of that and see what's to come for the weekend in just a few minutes, guys. Don't forget to download our Local Forecasters app. We can watch the storms tonight and the heat tomorrow. It's free in your app store by searching WDIV, guys.
All right, Ben. Now to that confrontation in Oakland County that went viral last week.
Since then, that woman, Jillian Woostenberg, and her husband, Eric, have been charged with felonious assault, a charge they are fighting. Our Mara McDonald is live in Orion Township. And Mara, this all started when that couple was coming out of a Chipotle.
Karen, would you believe this whole thing started because the Chipotle only had one of its doors open? Jillian Woostenberg is walking out with 2 big bags of food for her 4 children, her husband, and herself. A 15-year-old is trying to walk in at the same time. Woostenberg thought she bumped the door, not a teenager.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that supposed bump when she's trying to exit Chipotle through one door with 2 huge bags. It turns into this.
Eric Woostenberg thought his wife was just talking to some women in the parking lot until the yelling started.
I was at the sliding door of the van, and she came out and proceeded to yell at me. From the moment she started speaking, it was very aggressive. It was loud. It was directed at me as in I had inflicted something on her.
Part of Jillian Woostenberg's encounter with Tequila Hill and her 15-year-old daughter was recorded by the teen, but before Woostenberg pulled out her firearm, several things happened.
You're very racist and ignorant.
The Woostenbergs had Hill and her daughter hurling accusations they were racist, and then...
Yeah, I said it. You say something, I'll beat your white.
When they tried to leave, at least one person was behind the van pounding on it.
The van literally stopped. It locked up the brakes instantly.
Because of a safety feature, they couldn't go back and they couldn't go forward.
I got out of the car and I looked at the car to see if there was any damage. And almost instantaneously, the mother was within 2 feet of me. And the daughter was rapidly running up as well. And I thought I was going to die.
Woostenberg's attorney says to him it's clear this had nothing to do with bumping anybody.
Why are they coming out with cell phones? If you truly wanted an apology and you're a responsible 15-year-old child, you would say, ma'am, did you know you bumped me?
Both Eric and Jillian Woostenberg have been charged with 1 count of felonious assault.
And as long as the prosecutor's bringing charges, where are the charges for ethnic intimidation?
It was, they argue, Tequila Hill who was using threats based on race.
Right now, the only narrative is that racist white people pulled a gun out on an African-American family, and that's not what happened.
Back here live, immediately following what went on down here, Eric Woostenberg lost his job at Oakland University. And today, immediately following our interview with both of them, Jillian Woostenberg got a text from her office telling her she was fired. We're live in Orion Township tonight. The case goes to court July 20th. Karen, Jace, back to you.
All right, and of course, we'll be following this one very closely. Thank you, Mara.
Westland Mall forced to evacuate when several shots are fired inside. Witnesses say several men were arguing inside a perfume store when one of the men pulled out a gun and started shooting. One woman who works there called it a nightmare scenario.
We heard one shot and kind of like the whole store we kind of collectively just looked at each other like, is that what we think it is or what? And then there were a couple more. So it was difficult because it's kind of like I wanted to get everyone's attention to follow me through the back way, but I just ran. That's all I could do.
No one was hurt in that. Police are still looking for that shooter.
Tomorrow, Detroit City Councilwoman Mary Sheffield will be leading this year's Occupy the Corner event.
Every year, the campaign raises money for a Detroit community struggling with poverty and violence. Larry Spool joins us with this year's theme and also some of the celebrities involved. Larry.
Everything will happen here at Gordon Park. Now, Councilwoman Mary Sheffield is bringing the heat with this year's event. We're talking about some big-name celebrities will be here at Gordon Park to kick things off.
We have Detroit native Jalen Rose, Lonnie Love. We have Hill Harper, one of my favorite CNN commentators, Angela Rye, Angela Yee.
Council President Pro Tem Mary Sheffield is bringing some heavy hitters to Detroit Friday night for the Occupy the Corner Detroit 2020.
Tomorrow is our kickoff of our 7th annual Occupy the Corner Detroit. The mission is very simple, and that's to engage, connect, and empower inner city communities to improve their quality of life.
The big event will be at Gordon Park at the corner of Claremont and Rosa Parks Boulevard. Sheffield says that's where they will address various topics from voting to social justice issues.
Social and racial injustices and how we as a community can collectively use our voice to bring about change.
A change, Sheffield says, starts at the voting polls.
So we're going to be providing voter registration information and also allowing individuals to sign up for social justice groups throughout Detroit that can also help promote change throughout the city of Detroit and our country.
The energy that young people have to take into the streets, creating demands and holding their elected officials and power structures accountable is very needed right now in the country.
Orlando P. Bailey with Bridge Detroit says now is the time to have those real-life conversations about what's going on in the country.
I think that the movement that is happening right now is very necessary. A friend of mine says that this is a movement that refuses to be domesticated into it being organized under one big, very powerful leader.
A movement Sheffield says we should capitalize on, especially starting with occupying the corner. And again, the event will be here at Gordon Park. It starts at 6 o'clock Friday night. Reporting at Gordon Park, Larry Spruill, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Larry. Meantime, a few dozen protesters blocked Jefferson Avenue near Belle Isle tonight, declaring it a police-free zone. The group arrived at Jefferson and Grand Boulevard. It was about 5:15, and they were blocking traffic on eastbound Jefferson, with the group playing basketball, drawing on the sidewalk with sidewalk chalk, even blowing bubbles, chanting, "Defund the police."
When a lot of people think of policing, in the absence of policing, they think that there's going to be complete and utter violence. But we aren't calling for the disappearance of police. We're calling to make them obsolete. We're saying that when you invest money into our communities, when people have streetlights, housing, access to clean water, parks, jobs that pay affordable wages, crime actually reduces.
Jefferson was blocked for about an hour with police on the scene, directing traffic for most of the time until the group left shortly after 6. Everything remained peaceful and no arrests were made. Today, the state reporting 446 new cases of COVID-19.
That is a step down from the 610 reported yesterday. During her briefing today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer decided not to roll back Michigan's reopening, but warned Michiganders of the importance of wearing masks in enclosed public places.
Over the past week, we have seen an uptick in COVID-19 cases in Michigan. And over the holiday weekend, we saw countless Michiganders gather in large groups to celebrate 4th of July without a mask. I think a lot of people saw this video footage from Cass County, Diamond Lake. I want to be very clear. Right now, the law requires that anyone in an enclosed public space has to wear a mask, and that means every store you're going into. And we are reviewing that requirement and considering whether or not we need to take this a step further to strengthen compliance, because we cannot let our guard down.
The governor also signed an executive order to make sure all healthcare professionals undergo implicit bias training. The goal is to reduce racial and other disparities when delivering medical services.
In Detroit, Mayor Duggan announced more than $7 million in grants to help small businesses with 50 or fewer employees impacted by the pandemic.
The process opens next Wednesday, July 15th, closes August 5th. It's going to be very quick. If you miss this, your $20,000 grant opportunity is gone. And we're talking to you today so that you are ready right on July 15th to get in your application and be at the front of the line. The money will be passed out in September. This is going to be fairly quick. For government, this is extremely quick. The state will have the money in your hands in September. And the details are on the state website at michiganbusiness.org/restart.
The mayor also announced the city's health department is seeing nearly 25 to 30 new cases a day. In most cases, the person is asymptomatic, meaning they're showing no symptoms. Nearly 1/3 of the new cases of coronavirus are between the ages of 20 to 29. Still ahead, two of the biggest American brands are set to go head-to-head.
What Walmart is soon launching that will directly compete with a popular service offered by Amazon.
Hey, back up, coming out, back up.
Body cam video showing a deputy chasing down a man wanted for stealing a car, but he never expected what would happen once he caught up to him.
But first, President Trump approves the disaster declaration in mid-Michigan following the devastating floods back in May. What it means for the thousands of flood victims